keep going, goddammit. What it do? Wow.
Charlo has just vanquished Kqkc.
Truth Aerospace Jr.
There's a big left hand. Gervonta Davis.
Shout out to the almighty LDBC, the Lions Den boxing community. If you didn't know, now you know. All right. What it do, everybody? What it do? I am your boy Kqkc Boxing Network. Yes, man. Where am I? It's 7 o'clock. Damn, I missed the live this morning. Damn, I was tired. Wow, what the hell am I? Right? Oh, man. You know my morning, man. What's going on? All right, welcome, Kqkc. Yes, sir, we got a special guest will be coming and joining us in about 10 minutes or less. All right, soon I drop that link for him. All right, he will come in, and we're going to talk about a few things. We're going to talk about the middleweight division. We're going to talk about the secondary belts. All right, remember, David Benavidez, he has an interim belt. And also David Morrell, the clashes of the two Davids. That's what we want to see. That's what we want to happen. And of course, the winner gets who? Canelo Alvarez, the unified, the undisputed champion. All right, so those are the questions that I need to ask him. Now, of course, if you have any questions, please put it in a super chat. Hey, I'm blind. Look, I'm not trying to, no. You can't give me a super chat. No, I don't care about that. Right. But still, that way you get your questions out. And of course, you know, he'll know who you are. And he can see in the chat anyway. So, but still in all, thank you all for coming out. All right. Thank you all for coming out tonight. Of course, we know that my partner, Knockout Boxing, he pushed his show back for this interview. So I appreciate him for doing that. Okay. I think he has he comes on tonight and he says he's going to push it back. And I think he have a debate tonight. I don't know. But I want to thank him for that. And I want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. I know you all busy on this evening. I know I usually come on at 11. And I'm still going to continue coming on at 11. But due to Ronnie Shields' schedule, you know, he only can do interviews at night. So therefore, I had to accommodate him. He don't have to accommodate me. I had to accommodate him. So I got my glasses on. So I'm gonna put my glasses on so I can have my questions read. And I can see them pretty good. So let's see who all in the building, baby. All right, tonight, this afternoon, tonight. I don't know. See, I told you, I'm crazy. All right, and I want to thank everybody. You know, because I was tired. I was real tired. Running back and forth. My parents, therapy, house, cutting grass now. You know, so yeah, I was tired. Hell, I was tired. Right, AJ64 is in the building. What's going on with you? Land of the 216 is up in here. We got RP up in here. What's going on with you? All right, we got Chi-Town Fighters. It's up in here. My brother from another good mother's in here. My correspondent of this channel. What's going on with you, baby? Yes, sir. Mr. Mechanical is in here. We got Skywalker. Yes, sir. Skywalker Boxing, the winning team, is in here. All right. We got Shawana Allah of 77. It's up in here. Oh, yes, sir. We got Edgar Chavez, my guy. What's going on with you? All right. Game 1. What's going on with you? All right. Yes, sir. All right. Let me put this other page up. All right. So game 1, talk to my guy of Chi-Town Underground, and they hand out the wrenches. And game 1, then okay, hold on. Okay. Yeah, okay. Okay, yeah, he hand out the wrenches and everything. And game 1 is on his way, look like. All right, appreciate it. All right, game 1 coming in. All right, 704 Joe, what's good with you? All right, salute to you. 24 King Mentality is up in here. What's going on? Young World is up in here. What's going on, Young World? It's up in here. Marcus is up in here. What's going on, Marcus? Harrison Brooks is up in here. Sweet Tea is up in here. I appreciate you, Sweet Tea. All right, yes, we got my love, my grace, Cassandra is up in here. What's going on, Cassandra? We got my man, opponent LD is up in here. And we got the king of the light-skinned brothers up in here. We talking about Omega Red is up in here. What's going on, Omega Red? Peace to you, man. All right, who else we got up in here? Let me see. All right, gang one. Yes, sir. We got Bruce, Gas, Boxing, Jazz, and more. It's up in here. Yanni, what's going on? And Dad Channel. What's going on, Yanni? Yes, sir. I'm crazy. And Ronnie Shields, what's up? All right. Yes, sir. You are crazy. Yes, sir. Appreciate you. All right. Yes, sir. All right. Who else we got up in here? Okay. Let me see who else. All right. Let me see. Brian King and Falcone. It's up in here. Yes, sir. Chase Money. It's up in here. Oh, Antonio MMA is up in here. Appreciate you. Oh, yes, Suki now. All right. What's up? All right. Let's see who else just jumped up in here. All right. D-Ray and D-Ray Promotions is up in here. That's my guy. Dominic is up in here. What's going on, Dominic? Salute to you. All right. Yes, sir. AJ64 got you at the top, baby. And y'all all must have forgot. He's up in here. And we got my man Dub right side is up in here. All right. Appreciate you, Dub right side coming on in here. Yes, sir. And once again, we got YGB22 is up in here. We got DOG G215 is up in here. What's going on with you, baby? Salute to you. Oh, yes, sir. Okay. Who else we got? All right, let me see. Okay, let me see. That's okay, I think. Oh, somebody jumped in real fast. Let me go see. We got James up in here. What's going on, James? What's going on? Big J is up in here. All right, we got LeVar Coop is up in here. Yes, sir. LeVar Cooper is up in here. What's going on with you? Rick Hill is up in here. And we got the lovely queen. We got Kqkc up in here, the winning team. What's going on? All right, who else we got up here? We got William Old School is up in here. See, I got my glasses today, William. All right, see, I wore my glasses. I know I can see. All right, yes, sir. Okay, jumped on me again. So somebody else just jumped in here. All right, yes, see, who else we got up in here? All right. Let me get on down. Slim is up in here. What's going on, Slim? What's going on, T-Bone Boxing? Louisiana Finest is up in here. We got my man, Everything Boxing is up in here. What's going on, my man? Yes, sir. That's my guy right there. Everything Boxing. Yes, sir. All right, who else we got up in here? It jumped on me again, baby. Yes, sir. Y'all come on in and hit that like button then. All right, y'all come on and hit the like button. All right. Yes, sir. I appreciate it. All right, I think that's it right now. Okay. I appreciate everybody coming in. Like I say, we have a guest tonight, Ronnie Shields, who is the trainer, coach, Dave Morrell, Jamal Charlo, and Kid Austin, and many others who have trained also Mike Tyson, who have had Holyfield, and has a lot of other trainers. Nikki J is up in here. What's going on? All right, and salute to you. So once again, we're going to go over, and I wanted to talk to him, which I normally do on a regular basis, but we want to talk about the fight. We want to talk about the fight last Saturday. We want to talk about what's next for David Morrell. We want to know what's next for Jamal Charlo. Jamal Charlo is supposed to be fighting real soon, and we want to know, is he ready to fight? Do he still have that lust for boxing? Is he still, hungry? In other words, David Morrell, he's hungry. David Morrell want all the smoke. And David Benavidez, I interviewed him once before. He want all the smoke. So let's see, can we make this happen? Because I will definitely ask him about the reduction clause. The reduction clause that the WBA has that get rid of the regular belts. So that means that Dave Morrell, David Benavidez, they both have interim belts. Can we get a fight? Can we get a fight where them belts will be on the line and the winner get Canelo Alvarez? Let's see what he says. That's what I want to know. Right now, Dave Morrell put on a great performance. But me personally, I would like to see him fight somebody else before he gets to Benavidez. Now, of course, Ronnie will tell you, but I think David Morrell said they will be fighting in September. But I would like to see David Morrell fight someone because let's be honest, he only 9-0 now. He's 9-0. So therefore, I would like to see him get in there and fight someone of a higher caliber than what I saw Saturday. But then again, who is left? Who can he fight? Unless he goes up to 175. And that's not good for no one that size. Dave Morrell is a big guy. And he's a problem. He's a big, big problem. And those and other questions I need to ask. What's up, Donnell Clark Bay? What's good with you? All right, salute to you, man. All right, appreciate you. So, but we're gonna see. You put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into this. Oh yeah. It's not easy. It's not easy for no content creator. All right, I know, but I appreciate that, y'all. I mean, it's not easy for no content creator. I mean, women or men. Hit and miss. And who knows? But I know he's gonna show up. All right, I talked to him already. But but sometimes it's not easy. No content creator got it easy. All right. Now you got to be right and no clickbaiting. But I like to be right and precise. So I rather wait and be right, but then first and be wrong. So that's what I would rather do. So, but anyway, I appreciate that. All right. So I'll go ahead and send this link to him. We'll get this party started. All right. Yeah, get it out the way. And like I say, thank you, Knockout Boxing 86 TV, for showing that love and holding up on the show, pushing it back. All right. I appreciate him for that. So, all right, let me drop this link for Ronnie, and we can go ahead and get started. All right. What's up? Doug right side, what's good with you? G5 Gabe, what's good with you? Zulu Lion, what's happening with you? All right, salute to you. All right, Teach, I see you up in here, baby. What's good with you? All right. Let me see. I think G5 Gabe popped in here. I think I saw him. I'm not for sure. All right, he jumped on me. So, all right. Yeah, there you go. All right. What's up, G5 Gabe? Yes, sir. That's my guy right there, G5 Gabe. All right. Let me send him this link real fast. And we damn it, let my keyboard over there. See, that's what I get for my daughter getting in there and pulling this keyboard. All right. Hold on. Okay, let me go ahead and do this. Copy this. Okay. See, Daddy, all you gotta do, Daddy, just see. You don't have to have no cord, Yeah. Okay. All righty. Okay. All righty. Okay. All right, there we go. Okay. Now, let's get back into it. All right. Okay. There we go. All right. Got my glass on so I can see good. Okay. Now, of course, Dave Morrell, he do want to fight David Benavidez, and David Benavidez want to fight him. He pretty much say, hey, he's a good fighter. After the fight, Jafari, Caesar, what's going on with you, baby? All right. Angie Wise, what's happening with you? All right. Appreciate you. Well, cool. I caught you, OG. Yes, sir. Appreciate you. You're a hell of an announcer. All right. You are great at it. We love you. All right. Well, appreciate you, Yanni and Dad channel. All right. Appreciate you. Okay. Now, like I said, Benavidez was at the fight, and he wants Morrell. He wants Morrell, and he don't mind taking him next. Now he thinks he can beat Morrell, but it's a lot of pros and cons in there. See, Benavidez is flat-footed. Okay, Morrell is up on his toes for a big guy. And we're talking about super middleweight. Wow, that's a big fight. That's an AJ64 said that would be a hell of a fight. Morrell might need a couple more first. That's what I said. Now, of course, a lot of people say he's ready now. People like Shawana, a lot of people believe he's ready right now. And, he do look ready. He does look ready. So let's see. And he's hungry. But don't forget that amateur pedigree. He was one of the number one amateurs out of Cuba. They loved him over there. So that's what I'm looking at. What's up, thoroughbred boxing? What's good? I think he is too. Thoroughbred boxing, hey, I think he is too. Okay. Jose Diaz, what's happening? Appreciate you. Yes, sir. I hope David getting him what he's asking for. Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, yeah. You know what? I don't think Morrell. Oh, okay. You talking about fight? Okay, I thought you talking about like monetary. Money, whatever. Because I don't think neither one of them care about the money really. They just want to be the best. That's how I'm looking at them. That's how. Well, David, David, he enjoying the fruit of his labor right now. Because I can see him. I can see him flossing Saturday night. He was flossing Saturday night. That's what he was doing. What's going on, Jafari Caesar? In that chat. Yes, sir. Jafari Caesar said, been busy working OG, moving kids like Wilder used to. Even when I'm not here, I'm listening. Hey, baby, that's good. And I appreciate that. All right. I appreciate that. Yes, sir. Make that money and don't let that money make you. All right. So I appreciate it. Oh, yes, sir. I appreciate it. Yes, sir. Zoo. Yeah. David versus David. Yes. And like I was saying, I don't think they care about the money. I think they just want to get it on. David want to prove that he is the best, and then he wants Canelo, but they're not hopping on Canelo no more. They're not sitting there chasing him no more. Jamal, he even stopped chasing Canelo. So Canelo gonna do what Canelo gonna do anyway, So he's fighting John Ryder, Knocked down 304. What's going on with you? All right, appreciate you coming in. All right, yes, sir, appreciate you. So that's how I look at it. All right, yeah, that would be right. Battle of the Davids, man, that would be on fire. And David Morrell is not he's kind of bigger than Benavidez. I'm just going by memory, but of course, when you make weight and all going up, we hydrate up, we hydrate down, things like that. So I don't know, but if my memory served me right, I think Morrell is bigger than Benavidez. Now, who punch harder? I don't know. I never got punched by neither one of them. So I never got punched by neither one of them, but I'm quite sure they can punch. All right. Ricky E245, what's going on? All right. I see you. Yes, sir. But like I said, that's a good fight. And that's a fight that need to be made. That's a fight that need to be made. And what I hear that it has been made, but let's see. Let's find out. So yeah, Morrell is just getting better. Yes, he is. He's getting better every fight. But see, this is the problem. I just want him to have maybe at least one more fight with someone that would give him some rounds, give him some competition. Let's see him get hit. Let's see him get hit or something. He overwhelmed all his opponents. And what happened Saturday night, I saw it on his face. I'm gonna ask Ronnie about it. I saw it on his face because see, he didn't want to put nobody else in the hospital. Remember, he put people in the hospital over in Cuba with his punching power. Nobody didn't die, but they went to the hospital. They spent the night there, And remember the last fight before Saturday night. That man was in a coma. That man was in a coma. Now, be careful what you wish for. I'm just letting you know that because you might just get it. And you know what? And David Benavidez is ready to give it to everybody, even Canelo Alvarez. So, man, yeah, brain damage. Yes, sir, Jose. He would never fight again. He would never fight again. Now, the ones in Cuba, they not fighting anymore. David is putting these guys to sleep. I mean, literally putting them to sleep. And some, not fighting anymore. Some it's not like it used to be. And you know how when a fighter fights and a lot of that takes something out of them. Well, that what happened. It took something out of them. A lot of fighters, like Adrian Broner, he won't let his hands go anymore, right? Because Marcos Madonna. A lot of people say because Marcos Madonna. All right. Here we go. He's popping in right now. All right, let's bring Mr. Ronnie Shields up here. There you go. What's going on, Ronnie?
What's going on, man?
Can you? All right. You got everything together? Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. I can hear you real good. And I know
Okay.
you had a long day. I know your day was long and everything. And congratulations on the win
Thank you.
last Saturday. Yeah.
Yeah.
Real quick. I just want to ask you that win Saturday. I seen Morrell. I just was talking about it. I seen
Right.
Morrell how he was, how he was, when he got the knockout, how he was
Right.
looking back. Do you think that bothered him with the last fight before that one with Adios? Is that in his mind mentally?
No, absolutely not.
No, no.
I think what happened was when he hit
Mhm.
the guy, and the guy was stumbling, and he just looked at the referee. Hey, you could do something. And when the referee didn't, he ran and turned back on him.
Right. I saw that because he didn't want to hurt him. Well, it seemed like he didn't want to hit him no more or whatever. But
Well, I mean, he
you
didn't
know,
want to. He didn't want to. I mean, look, he didn't. He didn't want to hit him because he saw he was defenseless.
oh, okay.
But when the referee didn't do anything, that's when he hit him with another shot. He went back into the ropes, and that's when the referee called it a knockdown.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know. I saw him turn around and look. So, but
Yep.
yeah, but it was a young man out in the audience on Saturday night named David Benavidez.
Yep.
Yeah, and he's pretty much, he liked David Morrell. Matter of fact, he gave him credit. He gave him credit. Real fast, we got Skywalker in here, Ronnie, real fast. Yeah, good luck Saturday with Dynamite Stevens. All right,
Thank you.
all
Thank
right.
you much.
Yes, sir. Saying thank you very much there. Okay, now, I want to ask you this question. Now, on a pro to con, what you see that you can expose with David Benavidez? What can Morrell do to pretty much beat Benavidez? I mean, I know you don't want to give away the game plan or nothing like that in case y'all do fight real soon. But what his mistakes did he make?
Well, I mean, I see a lot of different things, and you got to
Hmm.
understand, in a boxing game, styles make fights. So
Hmm.
the mistakes he make against some other people, he may not make them against my guy. I mean, I
Hmm.
don't know, but I haven't sit back and studied, anything yet,
Hmm.
until, I mean, I've been watching David,
Hmm.
I've been watching Benavidez for a long time. So I kind
Hmm.
of know how I would have my guy to fight him. But
Hmm.
still, I haven't had to sit down to do a game plan about Benavidez. So, I don't know yet how I would approach the fight yet because, I got to sit down and I got to watch the video. And, I don't just watch my guy, I watch him too. And certain
Hmm.
fights that he fights, and I see certain mistakes that he make. Then, I try to get my guy to capitalize on 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 certain things that he do. And, I just got to make sure that my guy is ready 100%.
Hmm. Now, this is the problem I was having, Ronnie. A lot of people Saturday night said, "Well, David, I think he's ready right now. I think he's ready for the championship fight, everything." But being him 9-0, I know he was a top amateur, in Cuba.
Yeah.
But do you think he's ready for a Benavidez? Or I mean, I
Uh,
know,
he's, he's ready for Benavidez. He's ready for Canelo. He's ready for anybody at the top of the 168-pound division. This is why
okay,
he's the WBA regular champion. He won that, and it's like his third fight. Okay.
wow, okay,
And
yeah, okay, go ahead. Mhm.
no, I mean, he won it in his third fight. So it shows you right there that this kid is nothing to be played with. He can fight.
Yeah, yeah.
And, look, he wants to be the best. And he realized that in order to be the best, you got to fight the top guys in the division. And this is what he wants to do.
Hmm. Okay. Now, you just mentioned he won his belt, I think, with the second fight. You said second fight, third fight. Now, I need to ask you this
second
question.
or third fight.
Second or third fight. Now,
Yes.
Morrell, has he thought about trying to use the WBA reduction program to petition to fight Canelo Alvarez? Now, keep in mind that David has the same thing, but with the WBC. Now, could they make a fight together and put that belt on the line to fight David Benavidez? I mean, Canelo Alvarez. Is that a possibility?
Well, see, here's the thing. With Canelo Alvarez, right? He's the undisputed champion at 168 pounds. So what they're doing is they let him dictate whoever he wants to fight. So, you know, because he makes a lot of money, he pays them sanctioning fees. And, you know, I mean, these guys let him do whatever he wants to do. You know, the rules don't count when it comes to Canelo Alvarez. The rules don't mean anything. So, you know, so you can't force them to do anything. You know, he keeps saying all these guys got to fight each other, blah blah blah. But when you're the champion, that's who you're supposed to be. You're supposed to fight these top guys as the champion. You know, look, my guy Morrell has fought 2 number 1 contenders that was for Canelo Alvarez's belt. He took 2 mandatories for Canelo Alvarez. So if he can keep doing mandatories for Canelo, why can't Canelo fight him?
Exactly. That's what I was saying. Now, of course, Morrell said he's getting Benavidez in September. Now, I don't know how true that is. Okay. Like I say, you're the trainer, you're not at the table making the deals. All right. But one thing I can say, David Benavidez and David Morrell. Yeah, why don't they fight and have the random fight Canelo? But see, Canelo's not going to do that. You know, both of them guys is a danger.
You don't want to do that.
Right.
Well, you know, now he's fighting this guy, John Ryder, right? You know, can't take anything away from the guy because the guy is ranked number 1. And I think they made this a mandatory defense. So, but Benavidez has been a mandatory for a while, and so has my guy. So, you know, but they let him pick who he wants to fight instead of enforcing their own rules. They don't enforce their own rules.
Yeah. They never do, and Canelo been getting away with that for a while, you know. And you know, I don't know what to make of it, but I know what to make of it is the money. The money, you know, like you say, the sanction fees. They paying the sanction fees, you know. So I mean, you know, so that's how I see it. But you know, but Morrell, I think he's a force to be reckoned with. But if you're not going to fight the top 168, who is left for him to fight? No, because like I was saying earlier, I like to see him get in and get some rounds and get in there and get into a scope, you know, get in there and fight someone at a higher level, you know, and be a champion.
Well, he can only fight who they put him in the ring with. But again, you know, the fight before, you know, Saturday night, you know, he fought the mandatory, you know, and Ados, you know, the guy that he hurt really bad, you know, and, you know, he knocked him out in the 12th round. You know, we all know the fight should have been stopped like around the 7th or 8th round, but, you know, but they let it continue. And then David finally knocked him out, you know, in the last round. But, you know, and this guy was really good, but David was just so much better. This guy had way more experience. You know, let me tell you like this, right? All of the top guys in the 168-pound division have 2 to 3 times more fights than David Morrell. They all have way more experience as a professional than David Morrell. You know, David only had like 100 and something amateur fights, but he fought all of the best amateurs that was out there during his era. So, you know, he's just a naturally talented young man. But He's willing to fight anybody. You know, it was funny. David Benavidez wanted to fight this kid after right after my first fight with him. They were
Mm-hmm.
saying, "Oh yeah, we want Morrell, we want Morrell," and I was like, "Hold up, pump the brakes. No, I can't. You know, I just started working with the guy. You know,
Mm-hmm.
give me a couple more fights. Let me see where we are." Now I've
Right.
had 3 fights with him, or 4 fights with him now, and he's ready. You know,
Mm-hmm.
now they see he's different. He's not the same guy that he was when I first in my first fight with him. They see the difference in him.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, now he's ready. And the thing about boxing is, you know, if you got a guy that's confident, that's smart, that trains hard, that knows how to handle himself in that ring, he can fight anybody in the world.
Exactly. Exactly. And like you say, he had only 191 amateur fights, but they was the best amateurs that he fought back then.
Yes.
You know, I went back and looked at his record and everything. But you know, I want to change gears just for a second, Ronnie, and ask you a question about the big fight last Saturday. And that was a good stage for David to fight on as the co-main event too,
Oh,
because they did
absolutely.
great with the pay-per-views. Now, how do you feel about the rehydration clauses? Should they
Well,
do it?
look, man, it's it's funny. It's
Mm-hmm.
funny because everybody in the sport wants to make money, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we all know that Ryan was much bigger than Tank.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was easy to see that Ryan is a bigger fighter than Tank Davis.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, if you agree to a rehydration clause, don't complain about it because you agreed to
Exactly.
it.
Mm-hmm.
Once you sign the contract, it shouldn't be nothing else said about it because Ryan walks around probably 160 pounds. Javante probably walks around 145, 150 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
And in boxing, that's a huge difference, right?
Yeah.
Because if you don't put the rehydration clause in, they weigh 136. Over 36 hours later, you know what? Ryan Garcia will be 160 pounds. Tank's probably be about a 145,
Wow.
you
Mm.
know. And I've seen it happen before. I
Mm-hmm.
see it all the time, you know.
Wow.
So
Mm-hmm.
if you have to go through a rehydration clause and you sign the contract, it should be no other thing said about it. It should be no excuses, no nothing, because you signed that contract for the rehydration clause. Now, if you bitch about it,
Mm-hmm.
then that's on you to bitch about it, or anybody else, bitch about it. But
Right.
once you sign the contract, it should be nothing else said. You know what you have to do, and this is things that has to be put in place. Nobody wants to be at a disadvantage. But look, he had still because he had to weigh in again the following day. It couldn't be no more
Right.
than 146, and he was
Mm-hmm.
144 is what they told me. He was 144. Then he
Mm-hmm.
was able to eat as much as he wanted to because the fight was that night. So he
Right.
had, at least 10 hours that he didn't have to get in the ring before, he got back in the ring. So, he still was bigger than Tank. You could see it. You
Right.
could see that, that he was much bigger than Tank. But still, everybody's going to start complaining. Oh, they wouldn't have had a registration clause in the in the
Right.
in the
Right.
contract. Look, you signed it.
Uh-huh.
Don't complain after you sign. If you didn't want
Right.
to fight, say, look, we don't want to fight. Simple as that.
Mhm.
Let it go.
Okay. 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 Because you're now if you're one of your fighters, if they get into a rehydration clause, which only the IBF, they the only one has that rule, by sanctioned body. They the only
Yeah,
one has the 10 pounds, and
yeah.
next day weigh
But
in.
it's to 10 pounds the next day weigh in. But the next
Right.
day weigh in is like 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning.
Right. So you had that whole day,
Yes,
because the fight is normally that night,
right.
so
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, to get everything back.
right.
Absolutely.
Exactly. Now, another one of your fighters, Jamal Charlo,
Yep.
he's back in the gym now.
Yep.
Now I know he been going through some some personal issues. Let's just say that some personal
Yep.
issues and everything. And he said he's 100% ready to go. Do
Yep.
you still see that hunger in him? Do you still
Oh,
see
absolutely.
he want to be a champion?
Absolutely. Well,
Okay.
he is a champion, and
Hmm.
he's going to continue to be champion. Look,
Hmm.
Jamal, as of right now, he's back into full effect. He's
Okay.
he's ready to go. He's ready to get back in the ring. So now it's just a matter of a fight date. You know, they're throwing opponents at us right now,
Hmm.
and so we looking them over, and pretty soon, real soon, you're gonna hear of an opponent and a fight date.
Okay. Okay. Because I don't know. I think he was been fighting what Selucky was this Selucky that he was been fighting.
Well, he
Uh,
was supposed to fight Selecki, yeah.
right.
That
Right.
that fight that
That
fight is
fight.
off the table now.
Okay, it's off the table. Okay, okay.
Yeah.
So I was wondering about that. So now, another question I wanted to ask you. Now in all your career, you've been in there with Holyfield. You've been in there with all the best fighters right now. Now,
Yep.
now we was talking about the rehydration clause, and uh, uh now should they do away with the rehydration clause? Period.
No,
I, that's what
it,
I.
it, it all it depends, right? It all
Uh,
depends. You know, it depends because people
hmm.
want to see the best fights in the sport of boxing. People
Right.
always say that, but they don't realize sometimes, you know, sometimes the best fighters are in separate divisions.
Mm-hmm.
And and if you gonna have to meet in the middle, or meet somewhere wherever you agree on,
Mm-hmm.
why would you want to put one fighter at a big disadvantage and not the other?
Right.
It just doesn't work that way. But again, you
Mm-hmm.
know, these guys got paid a lot of money for the
Right.
fights, and they get paid a
Mhm.
lot of money for these fights. And once you sign the contract, you can't say, "Oh, well, I was weak, I was this, I was that." No, no excuses because you signed the contract. Once you put your name on the dotted line, that's it. No more have to be said about rehydration. No one, nothing else has to be said about anything.
Mhm.
The thing about boxing, right, is I
Uh-huh.
know guys after the win, I know guys that gain 10, 5, 5 pounds, 10 pounds, 15 pounds, 20 pounds. You know,
Mhm.
everybody's body is different.
Right.
So,
Right.
you know,
Mhm.
and it depends on your stature.
Mhm.
If you got a stature like a heavyweight, heavyweight might, he's not going to gain a whole lot of weight because he don't have to go into the weigh-in at a certain weight. He could be whatever he
Mhm.
want to get in. So he after the weigh-in, he's going to be wherever he is right then and right there. More than likely, if he weighed 220, the next day he's going to be 220, 225 because that's natural for him. But
Mhm.
smaller guys who have to lose weight, that's a different story. That's a
Right.
different story with them. They can gain from 5 to 20 pounds in
Mhm.
say 36 hours. So
Mhm.
or 26 hours, whatever the
Mhm.
hours is. You don't have to be, you know, it's what your body can hold and what you feel comfortable in weighing.
Okay. Okay. Now, Ron, I want to ask you this about just the sport of boxing. Period. Now, I see a lot of young guys that's coming in. We've seen a new era in a way, where we're
Yep.
seeing guys like we see the era of Floyd Mayweather leave. Now we had the Earl Spence, Terrence Crawford. They way out basically. I mean, they're in the 30s, late 30s almost.
Yes.
Now you got a lot of young guys. Kid Austin, Keyshawn Davis, Neveretti, all the younger guys. They
Right.
want to fight. They want to fight each other. Now,
Right.
how can we make more of these fights happen, like what we saw Saturday?
Well, I think for that to happen, right,
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna be have to it's gonna have to be what happened, this past weekend. You know, you're
Mm-hmm.
gonna have to you're gonna have to have a lead promoter. You're gonna have to have a lead TV network. See, the problem with boxing today is you got too many television outlets that's working with too many different promoters. You
Mm.
know, if all these promoters were with, you know, just think about back in the day. You only had one network,
Right.
basically, you
Mm.
know. And so it was easy. It was easy to put the fight on because if you wanted to be on TV, you had to go with, it was either with Don King or you
Mm.
was with Bob Arum,
Mm.
basically, right?
Right. 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 Don
So
King and Bob and right. Mm.
you was with either one of them,
Uh-huh.
right? It
Right.
wasn't 10 other promoters out there. It
Mm.
was, but they didn't have the connections with the television as Don King and Bob Arum did.
Mm.
So basically, they ran boxing back then. You had to go
Right.
through them in order to get on television, in order to get a shot at the world title. You know, you had to be with one of the top promoters, and they were the top two. It was others that still had deals with the network, but the majority was those two guys.
Mm. Yeah.
Nowadays,
Yeah.
you
Mm.
know, so but let's catch up to this era, right? Remember
Mm.
when you had HBO, Showtime, ESPN, USA Network, and then now you have all these other streaming services that's out there that has
Right.
fighters too. So now, you know, when you want to put on one of these big fights, you got to say, okay, you got to agree on the network that is going to be on,
Mm.
you know, and like let's say with Golden Boy Promotions, right?
Mm.
Golden Boy has the contract with the Zone.
Right.
None of their fighters do. It's Golden
Right.
Boy who has the contract. You know, they have the contract with the Zone.
Right.
Now they got PBC, right?
Mm.
Javante Davis got his own contract with Showtime,
Right.
and
Right.
a lot of other fighters has their own contract with Showtime.
Like
They have
Boots
a
and
promoter.
right. Mm.
They have a promoter, but they could deal with the TV themselves. They don't need the promoter, you know, to handle their business. But they do it. They let them because they with the promoter. But
Mm.
Javante is his own promoter now.
Right. Right. You know what?
So
You hit on my next question, right? You walk right into the next question because
okay, okay.
I'm definitely gonna ask you, you know, that would you think it would be beneficial if these fighters had their own, make their own fights, make their own deals, be their own boss, you know?
Yeah, look, let me tell you something, man.
Mhm.
I think when you get at a certain level in the sport of boxing, yes, I think it's very smart because you know when these guys get up in age and you know they know the sport, the name is there. You know, first of all, you got to have the name and you got to have the pay-per-view numbers in order to do this, right?
Right.
So once you get that, and it's not going to be every fighter's not going to get that, okay? It's going to be a
Right.
handful of fighters that'll be able to do that, like Canelo. He's doing his own
Exactly.
thing. He just hired
Exactly.
Eddie Hearn to do the show.
Right.
Simple as that, because there's a lot of work they have to go involved in it, right?
Mhm.
But you know,
Right.
just like Tank, you know, he got people that he hired. He had a Leonard, Everly, Tom Brown, and these
Mhm.
guys to help him to do this show.
Mhm.
So it's easier because now the fighter can put money in his pocket on both ends. You know,
Right.
it's separate. It's two different ends. You got the promotion end. You can put money in your pocket, but
Uh-huh.
as the fighter, he can put money in his pocket on the fighter's end
Uh-huh.
and the promotional end. So basically, you cut the promoter out at a certain point of your career if you had that status of big numbers like Canelo has.
Mhm. Right. Exactly. Exactly. You know, like Floyd Mayweather, you
Yeah,
know, only like
absolutely.
like you said, only a handful of fighters can do it, and
Yes.
and and you're not coming out the amateurs going right
No,
into doing that. You have to build your name up
absolutely.
and your pay per view numbers. You got to get on pay per view, and
Yep.
I understand that. Now it's different. Like like you were saying about Don King, they had what they call closed circuit.
Yes.
Then, right? That was
Yes.
your so-called pay-per-views, and
Yeah. Yeah.
everyone went to everybody meeting like the amphitheater here in Chicago. You pay to go watch it on a big screen.
Right.
You know,
Exactly.
exactly. So, but yeah, I think more fighters should do that. Now, how now I'm gonna move on to your other fight, Kid Austin.
Yes.
All right, how is he doing now? He got anything coming down the pipe that's interesting in the lightweight division right now? Because I know the lightweight division is heating up. I mean, it's heating up real bad, And I'm talking about Haney. I'm talking about
Yeah.
Davis,
Yeah.
Lomachenko.
Shakur
So I
Stevenson.
know. Yes, Stevenson. Oh, he really wants
Yeah.
to run that division. So and I
Yeah.
think he's a good fighter too. So
Yeah.
I mean, so what you think about Kid Austin getting in there with one of those?
Yeah. Well, Kid also he's young. I mean, but he's a 20-year-old kid. He's
Mm-hmm.
about to turn 21. So,
Mm-hmm.
but he's still a baby.
Yeah, yeah, he
His
is.
time, his time is going to come. But
Right.
right now, the most important thing right now is to getting him that experience, of
Mm-hmm.
fighting on these big cards, so he can see, you know, firsthand what to expect, later on in his career. You know,
Mm-hmm.
There's no sense in rushing a young kid like this who has so much potential. You
Mm-hmm.
know, now he had 15 fights. 15 fights at his age, that's a lot right now.
Right.
I mean, just think, David Morrell is 25, but he only has 9 fights. This
Right.
kid, is going to be 21, and he has 16 fights. 15 fights. You know,
Right.
so,
Mm-hmm.
but it's a difference in in how you bring up certain fighters.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so, but
Exactly.
let me tell you something. The Kid Austin, he he's this kid can really go. He's smart.
Mm-hmm.
He can punch with both hands. He's he can fight southpaw or orthodox.
Oh
And
yeah.
you know, yeah, and this kid, he wants to be the best, and he wants to learn. And
Mm-hmm.
and with him being in the gym, you know, um, like this last fight,
Mm-hmm.
he's trained in San Antonio for this last fight. I couldn't go because I had to stay with Morrell, but
Mm-hmm.
but I know everything that goes on and that's going on. So, you know, we I click with this kid, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm more advising him than anything right now. But
Okay.
sooner than later, once he gets to that next big step,
Mm-hmm.
he's gonna be moving down here to Sugar Land, Texas.
Because I see he's close to his father a lot, and
Yes.
I see his father's right there,
Oh
right
yeah.
there involved, right there in the center, which is a
Yeah.
good thing. That's his son.
Oh
You're
yeah.
supposed to
Yeah.
look out for your son and everything. So
Absolutely.
yeah, like you say, he's just a kid. He's only 20. He's not
Yep.
even old enough to drink. Going, he ain't 21 yet.
Right.
So no, kudos to him, and I wish him all the luck in the world too. You know, now with where Boston's going now, I think it's starting to take its toll. I said that this year, I think Boston's going to go up on a higher level, and that's what we've been getting so far. You know,
Absolutely.
you know, you know, yeah, I'm talking about like the Benavidez that started it off with Kellen Plant. That was a good fight
Yep.
for everyone. So
Yep.
we getting the fights. We getting the fights every weekend. It seems
Yep.
like, and I like it, and I
But
like what's
and
coming. Go ahead.
yeah,
Mhm.
even Oscar De La Hoya, he came out. He said, "Look, man, you know, it was easy for us to make the tank fight with Ryan Garcia. Maybe we could do other fights with PBC, and that's good. That's good for the sport.
Right,
That's good for the
right,
sport
exactly.
for all these promoters to be able to work together. Because again, you know, the only thing is that you know the networks. Sometimes the networks would split it. Sometimes depends on the fight. You know,
Right.
it's got to be beneficial for everybody. It
Uh-huh.
can work, but still, just like this last fight, Showtime was the lead. It was the lead television. So,
Mhm.
and it worked out pretty good.
Mhm.
I want to see what the numbers are because I really think it did really well.
Oh yeah, yeah. I hear it was like 1.1 million pay-per-views, and it was still climbing. So
Right.
yeah, I would like to see too. What the numbers
Yeah.
are and the gate sales. I don't know exactly what they are. Now,
Right.
you mentioned about the platforms like Showtime was the lead promoter,
Right.
and now did the Zone, was they involved in all? Because that was the whole up of the fight. I can't remember. Did
Yes.
they actually
Right.
settle that? I forgot.
Well,
They did. But
here's what I've been reading a lot. Right. I've
uh,
been reading that people bought the fight on the Zone,
right.
but they couldn't see it, and people are talking about suing the Zone because they took their money and they weren't able to see the fight on the Zone.
I told
So
y'all
I
I'm not
have
watching.
now that's what I've been reading. Okay,
uh-huh.
that's the
Uh,
things I've been reading. I
uh,
don't know if it's true or not.
mm,
I don't know, but that's what I've been reading a lot. And people
mm,
are pissed off. Especially on Instagram. I mean,
mm.
people are talking. One guy say he ordered it and something happened. He said it didn't come, so he ordered it again and got charged twice for it.
Yeah, that happened to me. Yeah, it took me about 3 months to get my money back. Yeah, yeah. So
So yeah,
wow.
and I don't know if the Zone had the rights to show the main event.
Mm,
I don't know, but
wow.
you know,
Wow, man, that's crazy. But that's
now
why.
they probably had the right. They probably had the right to show Gabe Rosado
Uh,
because him and the other guy that was just a strictly both guys were signed with Golden Boy,
okay,
so they
okay,
probably had the right to sign to show that fight, but
okay.
not Morrell and not the main event. I
Okay.
don't know, so that's not for me
Right.
to say,
Right.
but. But
Exactly.
I know a
Because
lot of people are pissed though.
well, yeah. I mean, that's 60. I think they $60. I think it was $60. And I
Right,
had a choice when I was calling the fight to go Showtime or the Zone. I had both of them.
right,
And
right,
I said, no, I'm gonna do Showtime because see, when I called the Zone fight, it'd be spinning, it'd be
right,
loading, and
right,
that I missed a couple punches and 10 punches, something like that. So, but
right.
yeah, I mean, that's not good business. It's
No,
just not.
absolutely not.
You know, I mean, but I mean, I think the weekend, I think it was a great weekend of boxing, and
Oh, without a doubt.
oh yeah, now we have Canelo, we have Devin Haney and
Yep,
Lomachenko, and
yep.
that's a good fight. And now
Right.
I would like to see Jamal Charlo get in there with somebody, not too tough, but just enough to get him
But
back used to being in the ring.
at this level though, at this level,
Mhm,
everybody's tough at this level.
mhm. Okay. Now we got Mike Jones asking a question, Ronnie. He said, Coach, do you think Jamal Charlo fans want to see him fight a below average fighter, being that they haven't seen him in a while? Do you think they're willing to pay?
Well, look, again, they
Appreciate it,
throwing
Mike.
names. Yeah,
Mhm.
they throwing names at us right now,
Uh,
and he has to fight somebody within the top 15 in the world.
uh,
You can't be, just an anybody type fighter. It's got to be somebody that the WBC feels, that is deserving of a world title fight. So,
uh,
and that's the way it has to be. So, it's we can look and find somebody, but again, they have to be ranked in the top 15 in the WBC in order for us to fight anybody.
uh,
So it's definitely
right.
going to be somebody that's ranked, you know, within that 15 spot. So
Okay. Okay, because I give first of all, I want to give respect to the WBC for allowing Jamal to keep his belt and not stripping him of his 160 belt.
Well, because he had already did his mandatory. You know, he
Okay,
had already did his mandatory. So he didn't have a mandatory due. So I
uh,
mean, he could fight as much as he wants to, but when it's time for the mandatory, that's when you really have to put up. Again, everybody but Canelo.
right, yeah, yeah. Everybody but Canelo, yeah, he gets away with it a lot, and he's fighting John Ryder, which is not one of the top fighters, but he's fighting at home, and they want to make sure he win in high fashion, And I don't think the Bivol fight or rematch is going to come. I don't think that's going to happen. But that's Canelo. But I think he's declining a little bit, or I'm not gonna say declining. I just think that he's enjoying himself outside the ring. So that's how I
Right.
look at it. So but yeah, I want Jamal to do well. I like both Charlo brothers, and both of them, start off with you.
Yep.
Jamel and Jamal. I think
Yep.
what 13. You sent them away, then you brought them, and they came back again, and then you start working with them. And that's a good thing. And Morrell, I would like to see him go in there and do good things. Good fighter, dangerous fighter, and I hope that Morrell and Benavidez can work out. Real soon. Now I don't know how true that is, but will we see a fight real soon between them two? Now Maria, someone says September, that's boxingscene.com. Now I'm not that's just what I heard, it's just
Right.
I don't know how true that
Well,
is, you
yeah,
know.
I haven't been told on a date or anything, but it's got to be details that have to be worked out.
Okay.
Number one, the first thing, when you try to put any fight together, you have to, put details, in it, and you got to do it with the television, which is Showtime. Showtime, has to has to deal have to deal with PBC. Then they had to deal with Warriors boxing, and then they had to do with Benavidez, whatever promoter. I think he TGB. So Warriors and TGB have to
Uh-huh.
get together with
Samson,
Showtime.
Samson, I think he was Samson promotion, yeah.
Yeah, that's right. That's right,
Yeah.
Samson. He's with
Uh-huh.
Samson Promotion. So yeah, so Samson has to give it Leon. He, he has to give it Leon at a Warriors boxing, and they have to go to Showtime together
Okay.
and sit down and discuss when, where, how much for both guys, and I mean, there's a lot they have to go into it. So,
Mm,
and then they have to do the, Showtime, is the one that determines what date, they want to do this,
okay. Okay.
So it's a lot that has to go into it. It's not
Mm,
just, oh yeah, sign tomorrow and boom, then you fight next week. No, it don't work that way.
right. I
You
know.
know,
Yeah.
it's a lot. It's a lot that has to go into it. So,
Okay.
but we'll see.
All right, all right. Well, Ronnie, I mean, I appreciate your time. I know you just, wrapped up your day, and I appreciate you giving me your time today, and
No,
giving
no
us your
problem.
time, and we wish you luck with Jamal, Schofield, and
Yeah,
Morrell. I wish you luck with all three of those, and of course, you got any new fighters coming through there that we
yeah.
should be
I
looking
got a
out for?
kid. I got a kid that signed with Golden Boy. He's fighting Saturday in Arlington, Texas, on the zone.
Okay. Okay. All right. All right. Well, good luck to
David
you, man.
Stevens.
And-
His name is David. His name is David Stevens. He's
right.
168 pounds.
Okay. 168 pounds too. Wow.
Yes,
Okay.
yes,
All right. You still, because I know when you work with Holyfield, that was heavyweight there, but
yeah,
cruiserweight and heavyweight. But
yeah.
yeah. I mean, hey, I wish you luck, man. I mean, Morrell, dangerous puncher. I would love to see that Benavidez fight. And I appreciate your time, man. I really do. You
I
know,
appreciate you, Kqkc.
Yes, sir. And you know what? And say hi to your family and everybody. And once again, thank you and good luck to you. And I appreciate you coming over. All right.
I appreciate you having me, man.
Okay.
Thank
No problem. All right. Take
you. All
care.
right.
All
You
right.
too. Bye.
All right. Yes, sir. That was Ronnie Shields. and that was I didn't want to hold him too long, but I did want to get a few things out, get a few things clear. What's going on, Keita Nader? Yes, sir. Will you be willing to train Ryan if he asks? Oh, a little bit late, huh, Keita? Yes, sir. All right, but don't worry. I ask him. You know what? I'll reach out to him and ask him tomorrow or something. All right. How about that? I appreciate you. All right. And that chat. Yes, sir. Ronnie, he's a good brother. You know, I don't have no problem asking him to come on. What's up, Jess K? What's going on? Much respect to you, brother. All right. Yes, sir. Yeah, and and I wanted to, get into the meat and potatoes, and I don't want to talk about the missing action. Talk about Oscar De La Hoya and Joe Guzman and Garage Mouth. I don't want to say that because, I don't want to get into what would you would have done, because I know what he would have done. He would have ran right there on the stage and sat with his fighter, win, lose, or draw. I don't want to get into how Oscar and they abandoned and said he been a threat. But like a lot of people were saying, that if you've been threatened, you still sitting there, and you was there at the press conference. Because he said he been threatened all week long. Well, you were threatened all week long, then why you outside standing up on the stage? I mean, really? I mean, come on. What's this Step Brown? What's going on, baby? Ron had them answers though. Yeah, yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Ronnie, yeah. He's a good guy. He's a good trainer. And I like him. And I wanted to get his take on Morrell and Benavidez, and I could read between the lines. I think they're waiting on a date. I think I told y'all that once before. I think they're waiting on a date and venue, and it's, like I say, it's supposed to be next. But ain't nothing carved in stone yet. Like you say, you gotta have to put in the work with the networks and stuff like that. But it should be easy because it's on PBC, and so make it happen. They can make it happen with Samson Promotions and Dave Morrell. He's with PBC, so man, and they right there close together. So and Showtime, they both fight on Showtime. So I like to see it, you know, so it is what it is, so man, and I appreciate that, Drake the Finest. I appreciate that, and I want to appreciate Knockout Boxing for allowing me to come on and for him to start his show a little later, so I appreciate that. And I appreciate everybody that came in today. I will be live tomorrow morning at 11 o'clock. D Free, what's going on with you, baby? All right. I will be live tomorrow. Hey, appreciate that, William Old School. Ronnie is one of them old time coaches. All right. He had Holyfield. He had Mike Tyson for a minute, and I mean, he's old school, and that's how he, and you know what? I think Shawala Allah, I think she's right. And I think a lot of other subscribers, you all are right. Maybe David Morrell is ready. Maybe he is ready. Ronnie said he's ready. Ronnie believes he's ready, and he's hurting people. And I'm not saying that's why he's ready, but he can punch. That's what I'm trying to say. What's up, Big Dose? What's going on, baby? Yes, sir. That's right, KQ. Let's get those fights going. You damn right. You're right. And that's what I want. I want to see that. Both Davids. Can you imagine that? Both guys, Dave Morrell, David Benavidez, both at 168. Both can punch. Now, one is up on his toes, very limber, very ring generalship, but David Benavidez, he's flat-footed. Well, he walking to you. He's trying to back you up. Morrell ain't gonna let you back him up. He's gonna go side to side besides going back. Now, of course, Benavidez, he's not gonna chase you down. And then if he does, he's gonna cut off that ring, and like he did Callum Plant. But Morrell is a little bit sharper than that. Now, he only had almost 200 fights in the amateurs, but he fought the best 200 in the amateurs, and he hurt them. And I'm talking about not just hurt them, he hurt them. I mean, you got guys went to the hospital, guys that stayed in the hospital, guys that went through a coma the last fight before this last one. But now the zone, they ought to be ashamed of themselves. But we're gonna talk about that tomorrow. We're gonna talk about the rehydration clause and how he feels about it, and he feels the same way I do. Ryan, listen, you signed this shit. You know, deal with it. Deal with it. Deal with it. So and that's it. You want to fight that bad, so you deal with it. Yes, sir. Yeah. So listen, OG already calling the fight, man. I know, I know. Notice how like I'm calling the fight already, but that's how David fights. What's up, Resilient Dad? What's going on? Dope interview from man. Appreciate it, Dave. Appreciate it, Resilient Dad. Appreciate it. And Sean Clark, what's happening with you, baby? Yes, sir. It was a great interview. Yeah. Now the zone, y'all be ashamed of yourself. You're right, Ricky. They're trash. No, y'all be ashamed of yourself. See, that's why I said I had to pay more, but I'm glad I did, because I called fights and my cable come, I went through them. But the zone, come on, come on. It took me 3 months. I paid up for a whole year. And then they're gonna tell me I gotta pay monthly. Okay, well, where my money at? Now that's before they went up. I think it was $100, 95 or something like that time. And I said, well, where my money at? I had to threaten to sue them. And then they pretty much sent it back and put on my credit card. That's how bad the zone is. Now, I asked them what was the problem. They believe that the problem was that they went to a smaller server. I said, well, why you go to smaller server? Because everybody kept leaving. Well, why everybody kept leaving? Well, the point is, the server couldn't handle everybody that came back. Oh, okay, then why didn't I get a bigger server? Well, we're working on that now. Well, you still working on it? And that was what, last year? So, I mean, it's not fair how they do people. It's not fair how the zone treating people. It's not fair how BLK Prime did. Come on. It is what it is. Sometimes, you got to start calling these people out. You got to start calling, I don't care who it is or what platform it is. Start calling these people out, and let them be accountable for their actions, and I'm so glad I didn't, because that would have ruined my night. And then you sitting there watching it and they don't show the main event. That would ruin my night. What's up, Steph Brown? I'm not familiar with you, brother, but appreciate you coming in here. He did a nice interview with Kqkc, man. Appreciate it. I seen you up on BF's chat with the game, dropping nuggets. Okay, all right. Haney got him become a star first. Beat Secure too. Then okay, I'm gonna be like, yeah, let's get this bread, bro. Okay, all right. Appreciate you. All right, 81 Who's on? What's good with you? All right. I hope everybody enjoyed that interview. And thanks, Mike. All right. And I appreciate it. I appreciate Knockout waiting to start his show for me to get the interview in. I thank Ronnie Shields. He always, and the reason why I did it at night, a lot of people were asking me, because I can't do it at 11 o'clock because of his schedule. Okay. I got to work with him. He don't have to work with me. And he has four known fighters like Jamal Charlo, Stevenson, Morrell, and Kid Austin. So you got to work with the trainer and the promoters. I'm working on another, and y'all gonna be surprised at this interview, right? Y'all don't believe it. Y'all ain't gonna believe I got this one, right? So I'm working on that one for next week. Well, no, I'm sorry, this week. All right. So, but I'm trying to give back to you all. I'm trying to make it, a fan-friendly channel, where everybody's welcome here. Everybody's welcome here. Do you hear that? Everybody's welcome here. All right. It doesn't matter who you like or who you loathe. All right. You are welcome at Kqkc. That's facts. All right. Now, of course, you can get blocked. You can get blocked if you disrespected me, the ladies, the queens in here, or the LWC, period. So that's how I like to run my channel. All right. And I don't like nobody telling me how to run my channel. So I just want to make that clear. So, but with that, man, what you say? OG didn't do AJ. Didn't do AJ. Who was AJ? No. All right. What's up, Resilient Dad? And that chat. Yes, sir. And Resilient Dad. He said 2 more progress, OG, from the Bay with respect. Yeah, I appreciate that. Yes, sir. I appreciate that support. All right. And I appreciate you, Brian King Falcone. All right. And I appreciate everybody that came through today. It was a good interview. I didn't want to hold him long because he just got home. And like I say, you got to work with him. You got to work with him. All right. Now, please take your love. Take your love over to Knockout Boxing 86. Go over there and show your love. All right. I am Kqkc Boxing Network. I will be live tomorrow morning at 11 o'clock p.a.m. See, y'all got me all confused. I'm at here at night. All right. What I want to do here at night, right? But anyway, 11 o'clock a.m. I will be live tomorrow morning. All right. So, and I thank everybody. All right. So make sure y'all go check out our Sunday partner. All right. Knockout Boxing. All right. And thank everybody for coming in. All right. I hope y'all enjoyed that interview. And hey, I got more to come. I got more to come, baby. All right. So with that, I'm out of here. As a matter of fact, I'm on my way over to Knockout Boxing 86 TV. And I see y'all over there. All right. Let's take it home. Yeah.
What do all you haters have to say now? Oh, I'm not upset about it, but this will teach you not to doubt it. And now you cannot be
Be sure you get